In addition to building your trading skills and strategies, you also need to develop patience as a trader to wait for your trade to come along so you can take full advantage of that. Our guest today is Dr. Gary Dayton to talk about that. So Dr. Dayton, I know being a patient trader is not always easy to do. Any tips for developing that patience?
Sure. Yeah, patience is a real virtue in trading, and a lot of traders have itchy fingers, jumping in and out of the market all day long, large numbers of trades. We also can think about impatience in terms of jumping out of a good trade too early before it has a chance to mature, and also jumping into a trade before it comes to the sweet spot of entry, getting in a little bit too early, and then we suffer through the backup. If we're going long, say, market backs up and we've got to sit through that waiting, then our patience is really tried, right? Here's a couple of quick tips. The first one is to step up a time frame, particularly if you're trading on a small time frame, because smaller time frames, unless you're very good at it, smaller time frames actually encourage impatience. And I'm talking about the small tick, 200 ticks, 50 ticks, or even a minute time frame. Step it up to a 5-minute chart, or multiple ticks from there. Also, take a look at higher time frames and plan your trades against them. Maybe a 30-minute chart or an hourly chart, looking for entries and exits there, and then use the smaller time frame to time those entries. And also listen to what's going on in your mind. What is your mind telling you about this trade that you want to take if you're feeling impatient? Is it because you're down on the day and you want to make up that loss and you want to just jump into the market? Are you seeing the market run away? It's not maybe part of your trade plan, but you're feeling the urge to jump on. Or maybe you're in a trading room and you missed the last trade that was called and everybody else is sitting there with profits, and now you're thinking, I've got to catch up. Well, all of those aren't good reasons to be taking a trade. So when you become aware of those and notice those when you're feeling impatient, feeling that urge to jump in, ask yourself, does this meet my trade plan criteria? Is this a good reason to take a trade? And we may not be able to control our thoughts, and we may not be able to control our feelings or the market, but we can certainly control the time frame that we trade on, and we can control how we react to our internal experience that's urging us to jump into a trade, by being mindful and by asking ourselves, does this really help me as a trader? Is this really a good trade to take?
Probably a good question to ask before any trade.
That's right.
Thank you, Dr. Dayton.
Oh, thanks for having me, Tim. It's been a pleasure.
You're watching the MoneyShow.com video network.